All right, guys, we are live. I think the upload speeds have finally been fixed here on my internet. That was a problem by the past week. Got some sound panels. Shout out to Paul Barron for that. Let me know how the sound is. Should be better. Maybe still a tiny bit echoey. I got to put a few more up. So yeah, but kind of exciting. Kind of exciting, the things we're doing. It takes a while, man. It takes a while. It takes a village. But yeah. So yeah, let me know, guys. Hey Eric, how's the sound? And echoey, better than it's been? What's up, Cryptovolia? Guys, let me know. Let me just smash the like button if you enjoy the content. And let me, okay, I think we're having slight issue with I might have to switch networks. I know the fix. It might be a little, sounds okay, a little echo, okay. Gonna put up even more sound panels, okay. Might have to figure out if I could get, I don't think, okay. We should be back up. We should be good. Should be back up here. Yeah, we're, damn. It's still frozen. We should be okay. Still waiting for it to update and restream, but. Is it going? Okay, looks like we're back on, I think. Let's see. Okay, we should be back on. Okay. It's frozen on restream, but I think I just clicked on let's click on the Twitch one. Yeah, it looks like it's okay. Oh, that's interesting. You guys are able to see. I'm just viewing this on 115K. Okay. So we should be good. Almost ready here. And yeah, okay. So one more minute, guys, and we'll get started. So yeah, it's slowly but surely got the sound panels. So yeah, happy about that. There was shout out to Paul Barron. He gave me some of his that he wasn't using. So yeah, and they're better than the ones I had that I bought from Amazon. So these are hardcore, real good sound panels. I could tell there's definitely less echo than there was. So happy about that. And yeah, let me just do a little refresh here so that probably updates. Okay, now we're good. I think. Okay. Cool. So now I'm seeing everything, okay. So, okay, yeah, I fixed that, so we should be good there. And yeah, let's get started in a few seconds. Audio has less of it, okay, less echoey, so thank you. Yeah, I set up some panels. I guess I got to set up a few more. Got a question for you guys. You know how you put a rug in the, you put a rug down in the room. Does the rug have to be directly below you? It's because I want to keep the chair on the wood, on the hard surface, so it moves around easier. You know what I mean? But yeah, the panels definitely helped. Got to add a few more in, and then it should be good to go. Pretty happy about that. I think it was to take down the crappy ones that I had and then replace those. That's something I'll probably do later tomorrow, but you guys don't care about that. Let's get into the analysis here. So what's up, guys? Evanaldo here. If you enjoy the content, please leave a like on YouTube. subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, you know, all that. And check out the links down below, especially on YouTube, to MEXC. That's the best promo going on right now. They're all great exchanges down below. Check those out. And yeah. So let's look at this. So let's just start kind of objectively. I was on Paul Barron before. We were talking about, you know, I was talking about how the 2-week here. The 2-week, you know, is as bearish as possible. I'll probably be mentioning that a lot. That could bring us into a rough area, you know, some rough circumstances here, you know, as well as a 16-day. And the 16-day, that marked kind of the bottom there. You know, that marked kind of the bottom right there, coming down to that area. So I'm kind of thinking, audio is perfect. Wow. Okay, thank you. I'm kind of thinking, that means a lot, Brandon. That means a lot. I'm kind of thinking here, guys, that, you know, it's going to be where we may see not as bad as this crazy black swan, unless there's another black swan, but we may see, you know, a bigger drop down. And I think we could see that bottom. This is my best estimate right now, that testing of that 500 weekly moving average, probably a little bit lower than this, sometime in June, July, August. I'm thinking maybe into the end of the year based on this. But if we just look at, this was like I started, probably better to look at this on the 2-week, I would guess. You know, right here I was looking, you know, how that money flow went, and it would bring us down to kind of here. That's July for potential bottom. So I think that's the place. Now, in terms of a DCA strategy, that may not be, you know, it may be advantageous to start getting in before. You know, I'd say, especially if you don't have any, you know, not financial advice, but especially if you don't have anything. Smart Matt. I will write that down, Smart Matt. Especially if you don't have any Bitcoin yet, you know, not financial advice, but this is what I'm thinking. As soon as, you know, at least this confirms in the red, maybe wait till the next red dot confirms. So, you know, if it's a situation like here, and you confirm, you know, you're getting in after that point, or when that appears, if you want to get in, depending if you think we're going to crash or not. I think it's going to be more gradual, but who knows? I mean, we could be headed into, if you saw back here, you know, a little bit of green and then just all these reds. So we could be headed into that type of scenario here, unfortunately. We don't know, you know, I think they're going to have to admit we're in a recession within the next, you know, 6 months here, most likely sooner. I think it's going to be sometime in April or May, you know. Once they admit that, then I think it's going to go down more, into at least for a few months more, I feel like after that. And, you know, it could be longer, you know, it could be longer. So we got to, you know, keep that in mind. There's, you know, bad things that could happen with that. And let's see, you know, just nothing looks that great here. I mean, I've tried to really see, I mean, back here, there were more of, like, you know, I kind of messed up a little bit. Like, there were more, especially like, this, you know, there on the weekly there was this bullish div, you know, that's a pretty big bullish div. You hit the spiral line, you know, you came up a good amount. You know, here it didn't give you, you know, really what you wanted. You know, as soon as that confirmed, you just rolled over. Same thing here. I mean, this gave you a little bit. There was more of a case to me, but now we're not even seeing that. You know what I mean? And you got gapped RSIs kind of curving down there. The 6-day is the one that's like real bad here with the gapped RSIs. That's confirmed now. Highest time frame with the red dot would be on regular candles. The 9-day confirms in 5 days here, guys. 5 days to confirm that. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at right there. And oh, hold on one second. Let me just move this over a little bit for you guys. And then yeah, I mean, I feel like we're gonna have 1 to 2 more, or maybe even 3 more yellow X's on the way down, a total of like 4 to these kind of lows. And I think it's going to be an ugly 6 months or so. That's what I'm kind of, my best guess here, kind of an ugly 6 months, I'm kind of thinking. So, yeah. And, you know, that's the main type of thing here. And, you know, that's coming out. And, yeah. So the main, like, kind of bullish case that I'm not really giving much credence to is this is making a lower low while this is making theoretically a higher high. If you draw it from there. Draw it from here, no. So hidden bullish div, borderline. I'm not the biggest like hidden bullish div type of guy. I don't think that's going to give you much. If it does give you something, I mean, you could form a kind of a head and shoulders there. That's possible. You know, maybe they say on November or March 24th that it's 25 basis points, you know, as opposed to 50 points, brings us up a bit. But yeah. And it's a thing. So let's look at, kind of, so the main bullish case that I've been looking at is like this bullish div is about to print on the 12-hour, bullish div about to, print on the 8-hour here. That could be a potential bullish div right there. I mean, that's your main bullish case. I'd probably wait till, I think it was printing, it went away in the 16, but I think I'd wait till the 8-hour at least here. I probably wouldn't, I didn't take the 4-hour, and you could get away with not going long for a while in this environment. I think it could be months, kind of like the same as you could have got away without going short in this environment for a while. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be more of that trajectory, especially with the high time frames printing, red dots there. So yeah, and I think it's kind of inevitable. Like the next place is here. I mean, you do have some things kind of helping you out. 30-minute kind of curving up here, but yeah, it's not too much of what you're really, what I'm wanting to see here. Waiting for this volume area low. We couldn't bounce off of this spiral line. Next one's down here. So you got a technical target around this area. So I think it's mostly a downward trajectory. Let's looking at the really low time frames, potential scalp, I don't know, something maybe. Yeah, it's just not looking more of a continuation of what we've seen. And the main thing too, here, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, let's just say a little bit. Yeah, so Ethereum, these are the two main trajectories. I think we could, if we really get a bigger drop down, I mean, and we're going to start feeling some of those rate hikes that have been happening since the beginning of 2022. We're going to start feeling that more so. That you could take up to a year or more to really feel that. So that's the thing too. And yeah, this I think could drop down quite a bit, in the next 30 to 60 days. It could be a 30% drop, something significant here. It's kind of treading on thin ice, I think. Somebody remind me, what is the date for the fork, the Shanghai fork, where it becomes like available or whatever? That would be useful to know right now, very useful. And yeah, you're getting yellow X's too. That's not looking good by any means there. When you flip coming out, I mean, when you're seeing yellow X's, that usually means the bullish things aren't going to play out. Confirms an hour and a half here. So yeah, I kind of think that your next big drop down, 14 maybe, something of this nature in the next, week or something. This could come down fast, guys. This could absolutely come down fast. And then, yeah, I mean, that area, weekly. Let's say the highest time frame printing a red dot. Not printing a red dot here, but this 12-day, oh man. This 12-day, I mentioned this in Paul Barron. Look at this. I mean, this could really frickin', with that VWAP too, this is worse than over there. I would compare this more to this area with the VWAP, and then it could be kind of ugly. I mean, let's just see where this trajectory would bring you to in terms of like, that big kind of, we would be in this. I mean, let's say you don't factor in the pandemic. That's down to this 600 in August, something of that nature. If you do factor in the pandemic farther, probably something like that. That's what I'm kind of thinking here, guys. But that's the real place to get in. And in terms of ETH Bitcoin, something of this nature, to keep bleeding against it, I think you could bleed against Bitcoin, down to these areas again, potentially 40 to 50%. I know it's a lot. We'll see what happens. It's putting up a fight, but I don't know if it's got what it needs. And then with regulation coming up, I don't know. I just don't know if it has what it needs to keep outperforming Bitcoin here generally in that up trajectory. I think after it will outperform the next bull run, but yeah, maybe something of, down here, and then, something of this nature for the next couple of years there. So yeah. And then if we look at some of the big boys, Matic, I think Matic's over. I think Matic's kind of done here and gonna, start to really bleed down. Solana as well. We looked at, Solana, Bitcoin. I looked at those. I think that's going to come down. And then, yeah. And then XRP, oh man. Probably a lot of shorts happening now. Probably a little short squeeze, but I do think this will break down. This market's probably looking, I just want to compare it to like Bitcoin a little bit on the weekly. I mean, I don't want to say as bad as like here, but in terms of that VWAP, yes. Above the zero line for a while. Let's just look at that main pattern. I mean, even this is, you know, even if it's like that, you're still coming down to like 19 or 20 right there. If it's more like this VWAP coming down there, that's a complete nightmare, obviously. Let's look at that trajectory or whatever. That would be pretty extreme. Into May, down to 11K. That's where you get into like maybe that's a false spot and you come up a little bit more and then you hit the real bottom 9K towards the end of the year. That's where everybody's just done with it. A big capitulation. A lot of people have just, you know, given up given up by that point, which that's what you need to see a lot of times. That's what you really need to see. I mean, yeah, bullish divs not as strong as you. Yeah, they're not special, obviously, in this type of environment. Bullish divs not as strong. So, yeah, that's why I don't. That's why I don't think this hidden bullish div is going to give us much here, if anything. So that's ETH, and then let's take a quick look at, obviously. Well, let's take a look at. I wanted to see did the traditional market. Let's see how that closed today. CNBC, and then let's see. Dow finishes slightly lower. Updates. So yeah, slightly up for the Nasdaq, 45 points. I mean that ain't half bad. And then. Yeah, I just think we're getting there where we just have to really bleed and come down here. There's probably more jobs being lost to that. And then there was one article that was interesting here. Yeah. Bring us into a recession. I think that's going to be right. Coinbase I've looked at. We were looking at this earlier. Big shock. I mean, I think that blood diamond's going to bring us down farther here. Potentially, yeah. I didn't even realize this on the daily, but if you look at that, potentially something of this nature, that'd be right to our potential bottom there in June. I feel like it could be a little bit sooner. That's October. One of those, I think, kind of feeling like this based on kind of how this market moves. Right to there, around 20, a little bit above before. That's what I'm kind of thinking here. And, you know, that's that. And if we look at, let's just look at the SPY. Or, you know, I want to keep more data here. Look at the SPX, a few different possibilities, but all pretty much pointing to down the way I see it. This is coming up on the 3-day, which kind of looks not bad with RSIs. I think that's kind of a fluke, and I think the red dots confirming on higher time frames will, you know, generally bring this down farther, like the 8-day. Then 9 days probably going to give it to us really soon here. You know, when's the last time you had, all the way this up didn't really give you much, but trigger wave with money flow coming out, kind of like here, man. And that was, let's just take a note of that could be, it probably won't be, it's a little high, but that could be a blood diamond theoretically. 12, you know, it's right back down to 3,500. And then kind of like that, but even worse the way we're seeing, because we're seeing the trigger wave, that would theoretically be worse. I'm trying to find a place with the money flow. Kind of like here, this would be similar to where we are. Yeah, the trigger wave, 19, that's another 22% down over let's see what, let's just bring this back. I'm curious. I always like to do this stuff. Do it on log and linear. I don't think it would give you what you need if you just bring in this. That would be longer, yeah. That'd be like a slow and painful bleed. Soft landing, possibly. I think it's going to be a little bit harder. This scenario, down to 3,000, that's doable. And then, this is going way back, but yeah, 70 in terms of money flow coming out in this time frame. Usually, usually once you get, that was World War II or towards the end of it, once you get, aside from, but that was that was like still Great Depression, 1930s. That was a big trajectory upward. 1932, this was a big you're getting in these areas, not half bad, but yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at there. You know, let's look at the NDQ, NASDAQ here. So yeah, it's just like it's trying to fight back, but I don't know. In terms of what I'm seeing, like with the weekly and stuff, it's still not. Those EMAs still aren't turning bright. Until they turn bright, I will remain bearish on this. All of them have to turn bright. I mean, money flow kind of coming out on the daily, 12-day. It's been more of a slow realize. These like generally kind of bad. Been a more of a slow realization here. 9-day starting to come out with the money flow. That could give us a blood diamond there. Let's see if we've experienced that. Yeah, 2015. I think it could. If you're looking at this, might be a decent trajectory. Like it wouldn't be as low as like the .com bubble, but it would be. Let's just see where that would bring us to. Ooh, November. That's really low. I know that'd be wild. Back to that low in 2018. 64. I could see it coming down. It's probably like worst case scenario. I could see it coming down 58%, like the SPY in '08. I could see some possibility like that. That's what I'm looking at for the NASDAQ right there. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in trading, check out the link to MEXC down below. BITGET, BITGET, all really good. The MEXC promo is the best right now. You can deposit, if you deposit $100 on any of them right now and let me know, I will give you a free 1 month in my exclusive Discord, some of my trade entries, long-term accumulation strategies, exclusive TA, all of that. I think it's a really good value. So yeah, check that out. Just send me a DM on Discord once you deposit at least $100 with your email or UID, and I will set you up. And yeah, really good exchanges. Bybit's good too. Bybit, you could deposit $100, get 20 back. With MEXC though, with only my link, there's a $500 potential giveaway, competition. One person's going to get it who trades and follows the rules in the link down below. And you get $20 free for just using my link. Only if you're in the US, Canada, UK, or Australia. You don't even need to deposit. Just got to sign up with my links. Get $20 free. So check that out down below. Yeah. Thing too is the monthly just confirmed. The green dot here. I wanted to look back at the SPX real thing. I think that monthly is going to roll over. But this was getting, okay, it's not anymore, but it was getting red on the Heiken Ashi candles here, which was a really bearish sign. I think it will turn red this month or next month, the latest, and I think you'll continue down this trajectory. What we're looking for is at least these EMAs to turn into the gray and get a deeper anchor wave for a potential bottom like there. Or there. Or there. That's what we're looking for potential bottom. Now, if you want to kind of guess how that would pan out with the EMAs, something like that, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it may not be until, or it may be bottomed out before then, but you won't do much, or really just trend too much until, excuse me, early next year. I'm kind of, I'm kind of thinking. So yeah. Now let's look at our buddies like gold and silver here, because they've taken a bit of a hit lately. And they're not looking too good overall. There's some, like the 3-day is looking pretty good on this. The main thing here is they could come down until there's announced that we're in a recession for next month or two. They could come down. I think after that they're going to see some volatility and really come back up and start to do well. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. And I think ultimately they will, outperform this S&P 500, at least a little bit. Silver testing $20 right now. This was a nice correction, 18% correction there. So yeah, testing $20. That's a big area though. I think you're going to get a jump, and you may get bullish div there. You had the daily bullish div. Now you just got the LX and rolled over. So it didn't work out too well if you're trying to take that swing long. And then, I mean, you got the monthly little trigger wave there for silver SPX. So That could be kind of the last one. You know, that could be like here. You know, see that trigger wave, kind of like a trigger wave right there, essentially. Didn't do much, and then you had a nice jump up after. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Also, same thing could be, did you have one here? No, it was a little bit different back then in the late 60s, but I think in terms of recession, I think it will continue to outperform the S&P 500. I mean, we haven't done much against it in the last, you know, here was a nice jump, but since September 2022, not too much. So yeah, an all-time high for silver, I'm not even know. All-time high for silver was how much an ounce? Let's see, 50 an ounce. So theoretically, I think you could come back there by the end of the decade, most likely within the next 3 to 5 years, potentially. So yeah. And yeah. And then the thing too that we want to pay attention to, keep an eye on, Bitcoin dominance here. Keep an eye on that. Why do we want to keep an eye on that? Well, you got the bullish div, technical target up here, you know, from that, not really technical target, just my main guess. I think it's going to be somewhere in, let me actually draw it different. Somewhere, yeah, I think it's 50 to 60, somewhere in between there, probably most likely in the middle somewhere. If things get really ugly, it could go up higher, so that's what I'm looking for. That's the time to potentially get into alts, right there, right towards the end of the year. You may see the bottom of the alts in the summer, but you may not see them start to really outperform Bitcoin again until later this year, early next year. That's what I'm kind of thinking. So yeah, I talk about it more in the exclusive Discord. Had some good trade entries there too, if you guys are interested, link in the description below. And good short the other day. And then there's a new trade too that's doing pretty well right now, short trade, so yeah. And then, yeah, there's a potential short entry for ETH, Solana, a lot of stuff, guys. So yeah. I think that's just the general trajectory that we're probably going to stay in for, you know, a good amount longer. In my opinion. Just short trades and stuff, short entries. Let's see here. Yeah, all these yellow X's could be kind of indicative. I mean, this came down a lot, 32. Kind of indicative of, yeah, maybe some trend reversal around, but yeah, this is not looking. Cardano's really bleeding out from this high here. 20% down, yeah. Excuse me. Something interesting happened to purple. So this looks kind of like a double top pattern. I mean, you came into the green. This, how much is this down? 98. So, and then money flow. That daily looks terrible. Yeah, this doesn't look good by any means. Looks like it's gonna roll over pretty badly here. Right back to lower lows or something into the summer. That's what my main kind of guess is here. And I just want to look at, so we looked at a few of the, yeah, I mean, let's see Fox Business here. Matter of days. Okay, I don't know if it's a matter, yeah, in the next 60 days. I kind of agree with that. I mean, sometimes these predictions get it right. Or it could just be a slower decline down. It really depends on the Fed. I think it's going to be 50 basis points just because those odds normally get it right. It's a 70% chance. So, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, Occidental Petroleum. Let's take a look at that. So, I haven't looked at this in a little while. The thing here, okay, so if you look at, you know, it looks similar to a lot of the oil stuff. You know, if you look at kind of just bleeding down less, doubling the position there. So, yeah, I mean, green dot in the weekly, it looks like you could have this continuation a bit more. I kind kind of feel like it has to come down though in the recession. If you look at, like, I think it will outperform the S&P 500 here, because if you look at this curvature, this coming up, yeah, I do have to split RSIs though. It may come down a little bit more. Kind of topped out against it in November. It seems like it just generally bleeds against it. But if you repeat, probably what people are thinking, if you repeat something like that, if that VWAP comes up with the money flow, oh man, you know, I don't know about, let's see here, maybe, probably not that high, but, well, where would this bring it to? Ooh. Yeah, I mean, 300%, that would be wild. I don't know if it's going to be that much, but yeah, that's back to kind of that area. That's what we're looking at, money flow. But, yeah, I mean, if you were to get this high in the green, let's say, something like that, maybe, good amount, so, yeah. And then if we look at, I mean, is oil coming up a bit? Probably down with, down a bit with Powell's remarks. I think the boat has mostly been missed on this. I mean, double blood diamonds in the weekly. I think, too, I could be wrong here, but I think these are starting to kind of fizzle out, like ExxonMobil, bearish div confirmed in monthly. It's been a while since you saw that. I think that's starting to fizzle out. Chevron, too. I think these will finally come down in the recession. Had good runs up, but I think the boat has been sailed now, especially with that monthly. So that's what I'm looking at there. And then if we look at, you know, some of the potential like short funds for, it's been slower here because it's just been so sideways, you know, the past year or so. But that doesn't look good on the 2-day. But in terms of the weekly, you know, it looks like it's coming up. You're going to get another, this monthly could come up more too. So, yeah. That's what we're looking at there. Slow moving, taking some time to do anything. Curious what Zero Hedge is saying. So yeah, I gotta run a poll. I gotta figure out how to do that in Restream. Can I do that on Restream? I gotta watch like more tutorials or whatever. And now let's see. Yeah, more stuff with Fauci. No one cares. Boring markets change probably. Yeah, and Silvergate. That's yeah, because this is coming down so much. Oh man, look at that post market. Yeah, catching that falling knife. It could be like Bed Bath & Beyond or whatever, where maybe that monthly, if that monthly VWAP could give you, yeah, if you get a bullish div on the weekly there, a little fun. I'm curious about, this would be interesting too to find it. Let's see, so yeah, you came, well now you're coming down more, but for this crazy jump, if you had, yeah, I mean, a little late once that confirmed. No, not exactly on the monthly. Wow, that was a lot of, you could see something like that. You could see, so if we see, yeah, if we see that bullish div on the weekly or something, because, I mean, it's risky. It's just complete degeneracy down 98, but sometimes they become meme stocks. Yeah, $150 million market cap. Yeah. And speaking of meme stocks, I'm curious about this guy. Yeah, such a general decline down. I mean, yeah, I think you're coming back to $5 soon, you know, $10 to $5, that range. And that'll probably be, it'll probably be a lot of that range. I mean, it could go, although obviously go a lot down farther, but yeah. Maybe the Silvergate, yeah. The weekly bullish div, that's the degenerate play right now. I think maybe a 300% return on that or something weird. I don't know though. Not financial advice. And then kind of, yeah, AMC just trying to come out. Monthly, not a bullish div even. I mean, this stuff is probably all over. Let's see here. So, I don't know why I want to look at algo. I just want to look at algo. So I was kind of thinking of that low. I mean, these are all just crazy bubble pop patterns. The thing too that we could look at, let's look at like algo Bitcoin. Obviously just keeps bleeding against it, but yeah, 2021 doesn't really give us maybe the next monthly green dot. But I'm curious about like Cardano Bitcoin because, you know, where would you have known? Let's just look at, I don't know, the 3 week here. Where would have been a good place to get in? Right here, obviously, October 19. And the next one to print is going to be a green dot. That could be a while though. Like that could really be, look at this distance between the dots. That could be like out to October. That could be the place, especially if you come down farther there. So that 3 week could potentially be it for a lot of these. Rivian stock, oh man. I know that dumped down, oof. So what's the market cap there? 13 billion, yeah. Maybe the weekly bullish div may give you like something here. I don't like Rivian as much as I like Lucid. The pickup truck thing is weird to me, I don't know. It's probably not a good reason not to like it, but maybe the weekly bullish div may give you what you need, but this isn't free fall mode. I mean, a lot of these, I mean, it could go bankrupt if it doesn't, maybe $5 billion market cap for a potential bottom. Let's look at Lucid too. I'm curious what they're at. 15 bill, so kind of in the same ballpark. It got a big jump, but then all the way down, so that volatility is wild here. What was the top? Yeah, weekly blood diamond. This, I would say maybe $5 to $10 billion market cap for potential bottom. Like if you were to come down 60% from here, $3, if you come down 50, right there. I mean, my main thing, maybe the next monthly, if a monthly green dot may give you what you need here. Potentially, obviously, if it doesn't go bankrupt. So yeah. And then if we wanted to look at NEO as the Chinese one, this, yeah, I mean, this has more data, so you get like a better kind of, had the monthly green. I'm thinking somewhere around here. I mean, it could be, you know. Yeah, Lucid cars ain't bad. They're pretty nice looking. So yeah. I kind of like Lucid better. This probably is, like Charlie Munger said, way ahead of any of the American ones, kind of. And Tesla too. I think the general trajectory, I could kind of see this. I mean, I don't know if it's going to go that low. I could see this going to almost pre-pandemic, almost kind of right pre-pandemic area, 60 to 70. I think a repeat of this trajectory, that would be in July. Altcoin, Bitcoin paired, best way to find out when I'm buying altcoin. It's one of the things you can look at, Kevin. Also Bitcoin dominance you could look at, also historical patterns. But yeah, it's just one of the things you could look at. I mean, even in the next like 6 months, there will be some altcoins that will outperform Bitcoin, I think. But the majority of them probably won't, and it's kind of hard to know which ones, you know what I mean? I think you're better off getting a very diversified portfolio of them in about 6 to 12 months, and that's where you could get some 10x gains or more. I mean, that's what I'm kind of thinking. How is Litecoin? Yeah, I kind of think we're done here. Monthly not looking good. I kind of think we're heading down, yeah. Playing around with that area again. Altcoins almost always, I didn't say altcoins almost always outperform Bitcoin. I'd say the majority of altcoins will bleed against Bitcoin for likely the next 6 months. And then in the next bull run, new ones, the majority of the main ones or whatever will outperform it. Diversified portfolio of that. Yes, the ones that become dead will not will not outperform it. What was this jump? If you were to get into altcoin when it first came out, Litecoin when it first came out, and so it's 100x right there, I think. Yeah, still be up 20x. It's not even that much, really, like 20x for that amount of time. Yeah, there is a altcoin dominance. Yeah, there is an altcoin dominance chart. There's USDT dominance. There's ETH. Let's look at ETH dominance. That channel just keeps coming up, but it doesn't. It looks like you're going to kind of roll over. Same with like ETH Bitcoin. And USDT dominance. Curious about that one. 3 week coming up with a VWAP. I think this kind of could continue. What's up, Max? Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. We're in that, like, I mean, we're in that phase. People disagree with me, whatever. Like, people disagreed with me when I said we were going down back in April of 2022. You know, people disagreed with me when I said we would make a higher high in August of 2021 when we had that correction. You know, there's always going to be people disagreeing with you. It's just my view. You know, I mean, I do deserve a little bit of it. I was definitely too bearish, you know, right here. Definitely too bearish right here. I kind of was ignoring, you know, the bullish dip on the weekly, thinking it would be like these two, but no, it was a little bit better. And I kind of ignored too, you know, this bullish dip on the 2 week. I do think we're going to go lower and make a lower low, but I definitely missed out on some potential long gains there. Bitcoin is dumping. Okay, yeah, a little bit. Let's take a look. And guys, I do have some really good trades open too in the exclusive Discord. If you guys are interested, just tuning in, link in the description below for that. I think it's a really good value. Adding stuff to it too, you know, TAN like S&P 500 too. We have a good community there, so check that out. Also, guys, if you use any of my exchange links down below to sign up and you deposit at least $100 into the exchange, and shoot me a message on Discord saying your UID or your email you used to sign up, I'll give you 1 month free in the exclusive Discord. So check that out. The MEXC is the best promo right now. You can even, I didn't write it down below, but with MEXC, if you're in America, Canada, UK, or Australia, you could get $20 for using my link, completely free. You don't even need to deposit anything for that. Also, really good like trading competition and or tournament. You could get 500 USDT, and the odds are pretty high to get it. So yeah, check that out. The fees there are extremely low. That's why I've been using it lately. I think it's a big new. It's the best newcomer. 0 limit fees and really cheap market fees. So check that out if you're interested. Obviously, never put all your apples in one basket. So yeah, guys. And yeah, if we're looking at here's, you know, I'm glad I didn't take the you know, potential long based on the 4-hour bull div here. And the reason I didn't take it was just because of how the higher time frames were. We're in, you know, that really big bear phase kind of, I think. And you know, you could try to, this is a little bit more powerful in the 5-hour. I'm still a little apprehensive, a little hesitant because I kind of want to wait till we hit this area or a spiral line to take the long. You could take this when this confirms an hour. I think I'm going to kind of hold off here. Is this even a bullish div? Yeah, just about. Money flow coming up. I just don't. I mean, 22 is a decent area, but I'm just a little concerned here. INJ. I think I know which. Very split RSIs coming down. And then, yeah, I mean, this doesn't look good by any means, I think. Yeah, very split, that weekly. This just looks like a freaking ugly, like Alex Beck was talking, it's just such a freaking ugly, you know, terrible, like, ugly, depressing bull trap. I mean, just look at that. I mean, that's what I think we're going to end up doing for a lot of these. I mean, you could make lower lows for Bitcoin ETH by May, you know. From that low, ETH never made a lower low from June, but I think it's going to finally, I think reality is going to finally catch up with it, sadly. So yeah. Sheeb. I don't know why the hell I even look at this. I'm thinking something like that. Yeah. That could be a bottom. What's that? 95. That's only 90. Hold on. That was the all-time high, I think. Yeah. It's only down 80. It's held up pretty well. I'm surprised. Yeah. I think you're on at least 95, 96% here. You have to. You have to go down that much. You really have to, guys. It's the SHIB. The SHIB. Evan. Shiba. Inu. Aldo. The SHIB. All the cool kids are buying the SHIB. What was that? Floki? Floki Inu? Yeah, this stuff is done, man. It's going down. So. Oh, let's see. Gala people have asked me about. Yeah, the trajectory. It's working out. I did this back here. Circled it back here. And it's funny too, because like I circled that right there in like January and I said we're close to the top or hit the top. We came up, let's see how much farther. Came up 27 more %. Now we're back down. I mean, right there. Magic Papa, let's see. AKT, I don't even know what the hell that is. Let's see. Yeah, same thing. I mean, a lot of these, I don't know the fundamentals, but I think here, you know, you come back to this area, hope, pray that that's the bottom or make a lower low, you know, 10 cents or something. I don't know what this, of course, it's a real coin. Yeah, that just came out. These are really hard to predict, but based on what I'm seeing here, obviously it doesn't look very good. So that money will come down. That was Aptos, that one, that new one that, because there's been some, I think the people, you know, kind of releasing them, it's a little bit premature. They're trying to catch bottoms, but I think it's just a little premature. I think the real place to kind of, and this is probably what Richard Hart will do, my main guess, with Pulse, if he does ever release it and just decides to release it as opposed to just, you know, taking everyone's money and just keep talking about how great he is, never releasing it, which I feel like he could get away with that for a while. You know, if he's gotten away with that for this long. But because the thing too is, like, whenever I was reading the book One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch, and nobody ever, he said, like, very rarely when everybody says something's the next so and so, it never is. And when someone said, you know what I mean, because it's like you already know about it. Like the people that got rich off a head, you know what I mean, like to get rich off of one, you can't really know, no one can really know about it. That's kind of the thing. So yeah. And yeah, speaking of Hex, let's look at this crap. Yeah, he's come up a lot. That's the thing too. It's like you did pump up a hell of a lot here. I mean, this was a big drop down. Ooh, are we dumping? Yeah, that's why I said good thing I didn't take that long. And now this isn't even, this moved. Oh wait, yeah, it still I guess is a bullish dip. I'm surprised that didn't go away. The 5 hour there. Yeah, yellow X and the regulars. Yeah. Ooh, we're seeing yellow X. Yeah, I mean, I would stay the hell away with all these yellow X's. Yeah, I think I might have hit a first take profit right here. I got to check from one of my trades. So yeah, I got to make some new YouTube shorts about that too. I'm excited to do that. There's like a, I mean, yeah, we're as predicted, guys. This is what I told you. My arrogance and narcissism. This is what I told you would happen. No, I'm just kidding. So this right now we're hitting obviously a decent point. We're getting a little jump here, and Nightshade's not here, but he had a cool thing he was talking about where 15 second once you dump down, hit the big point. 15 second once that crosses over, that sometimes is a good place. Obviously, a 1 minute bullish dip could give you what you need to. Usually you play around with the area, but this could give potential scalp long. Also, if you wait till that, well, okay, well, on Hikins, okay, it went away, never mind. But when it comes back, if that's still a bullish div, looks like it won't, but yeah. No, I wouldn't be entering. Let's just wait and watch this bleed, guys. So yeah. Hand pink waving LPT. PT. I haven't heard of this. Yeah, some of these First impression, not very good. I mean, what would we guess here? I don't know. Repeat a pick or poison here. I mean, not really enough data, but something of this nature. You know, $2, assuming it doesn't go to 0 or whatever, 97. Things have gone down 97 freaking percent too, guys, and have come back like Cardano. So yeah. Yeah, this could be 3 or 4 ELXs down to like 21 more, be down more. Not looking too good, guys. That's what I think. How's ETH holding up in this? Is ETH not dumping it? Well, it still is making lower lows, but I feel like it's holding up better than Bitcoin at the moment. I think it will come down though. ETH is high at 15, guys. ETH is higher than it should be right now. I think with ETH, the main thing you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of like people have to sell this in the coming months that don't really want to, but they have to, especially like the paper hands, younger people, you know, people that just need to because maybe they'll lose their jobs in the recession. It's not going to be a fun time, I don't think. More conflict here, and this is just, we're just prepping for World War III right now, and I mean, U.S. economy gets bad enough, this could take years, obviously, it could take a decade. U.S. economy gets bad enough, we need to try that. More emphasis on army, military. And yeah. Let's see this. Wow. So they lost a bunch of money because of it.
Three years ago, if you thought it came from a lab, if you raised that, you were called a nut job. You got
How old am I?
on Twitter, you were
How old do you think I am?
You were even called a crackpot by the very scientists who in late January sent emails to Dr. Fauci and said it came from a lab. They called you crackpot. Is that right, Dr. Redfield?
I think the most upsetting thing to me was the Baltimore Sun calling me a racist because I said this came from a Wuhan lab.
Dr. Redfield, you ran the CDC and you were on the coronavirus task force, is that right?
Correct.
That was formed on January 29th, 2020, is that right?
Correct.
2 days later, Dr. Fauci gets an email from Dr.
It's funny, like you guys are like guessing every age that you're close, but you're not getting the right age.
That's my understanding.
You're close. You're so close, though.
Did he share that email with you, by the way, Dr. Redfield?
No.
As a member of the task force, as the head of CDC, did he share that email with you?
No.
Okay. Next day, February 1st, Dr. Gary sends Dr. Fauci.
Nah, I'm not 20 now. I'm 26.
This happens in nature, but it would be easy.
Yeah, 26.
Did he share that email with you, Dr. Redfield?
No.
You didn't see either one of those
34.
emails?
That's all. Are you serious? 43, 34? That's a little old. But I guess, you know, from that age, from 25 to really 45, like, you're kind of, like, looking the same, like, that age area, like, that 20-year period, because that's, like, from 25 to 45, you're kind of in, like, that prime physique kind of thing. Like, you look at, you know, Tom Brady, he was able to play until 45 at a high level. Like, you're kind of in that area. I mean, really from younger 20s, too, like, probably from 22. If you take care of yourself, you can stay at the same kind of thing. What's going to be spent during a major recession? So, well, it depends what part of the recession, Elon. You know, I mean, typically we see gold and silver outperform the S&P 500. Typically towards the end of those, you know, risk-on assets like tech stocks, you know, crypto are good. Real estate usually is a good investment towards the end of it. Real estate's never a good investment unless you're trying to rent it out theoretically, because real estate only goes up a lot less than people really think. I mean, I know some, like my grandparents bought a house in 1989 for, I don't know, $100,000 or something like that. That was in today's money about 250 grand. The house is worth now, maybe 600, probably a little less. Yeah, maybe they could get 550 for it. So in terms of buying power, you doubled over a 34-year period. Only doubled over a 34-year period. I mean, they did well because they lived there. They, didn't have to pay rent. But real estate usually isn't, as good of an investment as you would think. If you're trying to rent it out, yes, but that comes with a lot of things. You have to like doing that. So I think obviously people ask me about real estate. I think you could do a lot better in crypto. I think you could do a lot better in other things than that. But I'm not an expert on it. I mean, most of the people I know in real estate, like I know somebody who owns like, I think it's 10 condos or is it 15, and he makes like between 200 or 300K a year doing it. Doesn't have to pay many taxes, but like it took him so long to build that up. The guy's like in his 70s, you know what I mean? Like there's enough, like I know people who have done it. There's rent arbitrage too, which you could even, I know people who have done that too. You could do that with the Airbnbs. I mean, there's stuff like that. You have to like it. You have to be into that. But yeah. Let's see here. Am I a digital nomad? Not at the moment. I'm staying in the same place for a while now, like 8 months. But I have done that. So yeah. Where am I based? Miami. I live near all the cool kids. I live where the cool kids live in Miami, downtown. You guys should look up, for old man strength, look up Dr. Sean Baker, the carnivore. Oh, wow. Prices here are so high. Yeah, they're both, yeah, so I mean, I live in Miami. I've never owned a place. I just rent, which I pay a lot to rent, obviously. I just moved into this place, and it is coming down. Like I got, like where I live, it's kind of like unheard of to get a 2-bedroom for under like, 4,000, and I'm paying under, a good amount under 4,000 for it, so a month. So that's pretty good. It's starting to come down, but yeah, I mean, and everybody and their brother too, like all this dumb money, like is trying to like outbid somebody by $100,000 to buy this, piece of junk condo that they're trying to rent out. Like that never freaking ends well. That never ends well. Usually, like when people, that's like you're at a yard sale. Like I think this is Flop and Groper's analogy a while ago in some old video. You're at a yard sale trying to outbid somebody $1,000 for some freaking drawer that the person already bought used for $800. You know what I mean? It's like that's not going to end well. It's just Why Miami? Why Miami? Ah, man, why do I live here? So I mean, I don't. So that's a good question. There's a lot to do. I like the warm climate. Like, there's a lot of reasons. Obviously, the low taxes. State income tax is nice. I know a good amount of people in Miami. All the obvious negatives are there. People being very superficial. HOA fees, yeah, are insane. Yeah, they're probably at least for a building I live in, they would be. I don't know what they would be, but for a building I live in, they would be at least $800 a month. I have there's a pool in my place, a gym. The gym's not bad. It's not like a really bougie one with like a sauna. I wish there was a sauna. That'd be pretty nice. We were talking about potentially putting a sauna in my apartment, but how much did it cost to travel so long and live? So I traveled for a month. These are good questions, guys. Keep asking them. I really like these questions. I traveled for about a month, and yeah, a little over a month, maybe 5 weeks, and through Mexico. I don't know exactly how much I spent, but man, I mean, I'm just comparing to like living in Miami. I wasn't renting like 2-bedroom places, but I'm just trying to think. Like, no, I mean, I wasn't spending any crazy amount. I wasn't spending that crazy amount. I probably could have did it cheaper too. I mean, it depends. It totally depends, like what type of thing, but. No, I mean, you could be a digital nomad just staying in places a week and moving around. I mean, your biggest cost is going to be like the travel within those countries. Like airline tickets are still pretty outrageous. I think I paid $500 to frickin' buy a flight. I mean, I booked the flight like 2 days before. That was probably part of the reason. But I paid $500 for a flight from like Oaxaca or Puerto Escondido, Mexico to Mexico City to Orlando, I think. So, like, I mean, airline flights are expensive. Things add up. It depends. It totally depends. But Yeah, I mean, obviously, the main places that people do it are going to be Central America and Southeast Asia. Those are two main places. I mean, Eastern Europe too, like Romania. That you could do it if you like the colder climate. That place. I'm not a fan of that. I like Central America the most. I think that's the best place in terms of freedom. That's going to be a little bit more dangerous than Southeast Asia, kind of. I mean, depending. Southeast Asia is going to be like the cheapest, like Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, and those are good countries too. It depends what you're into. I mean, one man's treasure is another man's trash. I think those opportunities are going to slowly, seize over time. It's still there. I mean, the majority of Americans still would be kind of afraid to even go to a lot of these places, which is a good thing. But as more people realize the opportunities there, I mean, you need to have a source of income remotely too. It's what a lot of people don't have. But kind of as these places get more developed, I mean, Mexico's doing really well. They're building a Tesla factory in Mexico and Monterrey. I mean, it's gonna, these opportunities aren't gonna be there forever. The thing I like about living in Miami right now is I'm really trying to fix this. I should show it to you. If anybody's curious, is anybody like a physical therapist, orthopedist, anybody like experienced with, anybody like experienced with winging scapula, stuff like that? I'm doing functional patterns to try to like fix this. Talking to a guy who was able to fix his like really messed up, on the left side, I have like this really weird like wing scapula, and it's like has really messed with my neck, and like it's a really weird thing. So that's there's a lot of like people in Miami, the people I'm working with, or the guy I'm working with to try to fix that. So that's 8 months, here. But yeah, best time of your life. Where were you in Southeast Asia? Best time of your life. Yeah, I mean, the thing too is like it's more fun for some reason. I mean, it's more fun because it's kind of more of like vacation vibes. But when you're in these countries, it's more fun. It depends. It's not for everybody. The thing too is it's like having more money. Like it will if you're somebody who's disciplined, or somebody can handle the freedom, somebody who and I think it's a different it will help you in certain ways. It makes you more of kind of what you already are. Let's see. But yeah. I want to go back to Southeast Asia, too, at some point. I mean, I think, ultimately what I want to do is try to see Ecuador, Galapagos Islands, go to Machu Picchu, Peru, and then maybe Chile or Argentina somewhere. I also want to see Dubai, Singapore and Malaysia. Okay. I feel like Singapore would be probably the lead. Well, it depends what you're into, but yeah, Malaysia's probably, I feel like the best countries there would be probably, well, it depends what you're into. I haven't been to either of those, so I have no idea. Singapore I kind of want to go to. I mean, that's obviously very wealthy. But Thailand was a lot of fun. I feel like Thailand and Philippines would probably be the most fun, and then Vietnam maybe. There's Laos too, Cambodia. I mean, so what's happening now? Are we getting the bounce? Yeah, so I had another one down. This could be where you want it. This could be a good potential, 25 seconds to cover. This could be a good potential scalp long. And I could do it probably on Bybit if I were to log in. I got to turn on my VPN. I can't log in though because I'm on a different internet, so I can't show it to you guys. But this would be a potential. This would be, I mean, obviously nothing's 100% ever, guys, but this would be a potential good scalp. If you do the stop loss there. I don't think, usually once that confirms, you're golden, but yeah, see what's happening. Not a good risk-reward ratio, although if you did the stop loss there, not bad. But this has a high probability of coming up a little bit more there. Sometimes it could just roll over. Silvergate, we looked at, hold on. Yeah, obviously Dubai, that's where a lot of, because there's no income taxes. But for an American, you got to give up your like American passport. It's like a big deal to like move there. So that'd be probably similar to like living in Miami in some ways. Because like Miami, there's negatives. It's a very superficial place. There's the obvious. I mean, I went to college and I went to the University of Miami. I mean, American culture, I'm not really a fan of too much. America, obviously, gradually declining. I don't really, a lot of toxic people. There's a lot of things I don't really like about America, but, obviously, so you're speaking to people with the same accent. There's certain perks. I don't know what I'll eventually do. I mean, it's, traveling around being a digital nomad, you can do what I do. I've done it. It's a little bit harder. I mean, it's easier now. I got a green screen back of me. I got the room set up. I have like this studio set up. You can't really rent places in Airbnb that have like even desks set up. I brought my portable monitor with me that worked, but yeah, that's late in Germany. I'll see ya. But yeah, not even getting it. This is just like a big drop down. Jeez. The next place we could. That's the thing too. Just in the environment with how the high time frames look, like there's no reason to even, unless you're like a real good scalp trader, there's not really too much of a reason to be going long anywhere. You could just ride these down for a good amount. And I could show you. I think we just hit another. Let me show you the. Well, I'll show you like on the. I'll have to like mute out some. I'm gonna do like some shorts to kind of show the exclusive Discord. I'll show you like what I was looking at and kind of the shorts I did before, the YouTube shorts. I mean, what do you guys think of YouTube shorts? It's probably like there's good and bad with them. I mean, it's kind of just a dopamine thing. I mean, YouTube's really promoting them. Obviously, I think it's like helped a lot of like Tom Crown does some really cool ones. Check him out if you haven't. He's got some cool YouTube shorts. I wonder. I gotta ask him like how he has those edited. I don't think that's a lot of work to do it yourself there. But yeah. And yeah. So we're looking at that right there. I would guess he'd probably come up a little bit higher here at least. I mean, where are we getting? You're getting an anchor wave in the 6 minute. Yeah, I mean, he came down a lot, so now you're seeing that. Also, I'm just curious. Shout out to Nightshade for this. 15-second. Sometimes when you come down a lot and then that curves back into the green, that's where yeah, shorts are good for new subscribers. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna work on more of those. I got like there's a setting in OBS to do it, like where I could just like select it there rather than like hold the phone up, shaky camera. So that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, it's good and bad. I think the shorts, like there's some positives to it. Sometimes it's kind of just a dopamine rush, and there's a lot of nonsense in those too. I think. You change my. Yeah, do that with the lights in between there. So yeah. Just thinking here how I wanna. Yeah, should have put those. Whatever. So that's okay. So this is interesting. We'll see what's happening here. You guys, I'm gonna put in if you guys are interested. I'm gonna put in the link for MEXC down below. If you guys want to take advantage of, want to trade, obviously for experienced traders only. Here's a link for MEXC. Really good promo. If you deposit at least $100, I'll give you a free month in my exclusive Discord. Just let me know. Oh wow, from last thought, geez. Well, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I'm gonna post like some that just hit first take profit. This here with the man, those 1 minute bullish div don't lie a lot of times, guys. 1 minute bullish div don't lie. Some nice price action. Yeah. I mean, let's see where we could end up from this. Yeah, that would be the place to be taking profits. If we get a bounce off of that, get up to there, yeah. Yeah, I mean that here you put the swing, below that swing low. That would probably be not a bad high, or well. That's still a good risk reward ratio, yeah, real good, right there. And if you wanted to try to enter on the 15-second money flow crossover here, but who knows? Thing is, let's see if this drop gave us any new like developments on red dots on high time frames. Not yet, but that 10-day is creeping. And that 9-day, not yet on Heikkens, but it's there on regulars. So yeah. To that point right there. Yeah. I think we will come up a bit. Probably this place before this place, but I don't know. I'm not even taking this. I mean, in this environment, you don't even need to just let the swing shorts ride, you know. It's exciting right now. We're seeing something. A lot of times in the streams, you don't see anything. So this is an exciting part. I'm curious about the. We could take a look at the CBD. If that's anything good right now, and Coinalize. Let's see what that's showing us, because this is, you could kind of see open interest in it. Yeah. Right here. So it's on the hourly. Yeah, let's go to 1 minute. So, okay, so open interest. People are opening up trades there. They're probably opening longs. Probably some longs opening, and then those got chased out, and now more longs opening here. More trades opening. This price is going down. Let's look at CBD. And then, so that's more, let's see here in terms of price. That's just following price here, so not really giving us much there, but in terms of like positions opening, so a lot of positions were stopped out, I think, as we came lower. A lot of people trying to go long potentially, and then now it's turning around, more openings, so. But it could be a repeat of this where it's just going to roll back over, you know what I mean? That's what we got to look at. So now it's rolling back over. Our 15-second didn't even get there, so we'll see. Maybe some sideways consolidation. This could be the start of a pretty big dump down. I mean, especially based on what we've seen in higher time frames, guys. And then, yeah, I mean, we're just, we'll see. Lots of FUD right now, yeah. Maybe reverse head and shoulders forming. She's trying to fight back. She's trying to go. I mean, it would make sense once this 1 minute money flow starts coming up. I mean, well, that's like if that's below that point, then. And this is a nice candle to come up more. And that was a nice candle too. Came up and then down more. Up, down, up, down, up, down. You know what I'm saying? Into that potentially. I'm trying to think here. You know, none of these gave you what you wanted. For the good thing I did not take that potential long. No money flow coming up. Silvergate officially liquidating. Yeah, that's rough. It's like, can we break above higher here? 15-second. 30-second coming up. And then that's getting deep. That might come up a little bit more there. How's ETH doing? So that's a big drop down. Yeah. Back to those areas in February. Let's see. And then, let's see the highest time frame that's giving us a red dot right now. Is it the 10-day yet? No. It could be the 9-day on ETH though. Yeah, I think that's a new development too. 9-day on regulars. So that's been a while, guys. Well, I mean, above the zero line, it's been some time. Even in the bull market, they still brought you down a decent amount. And they did confirm. Top there. Man, if it's like COVID, you're going straight freaking down. Yeah, this looks like we could be starting. I don't know. This looks like we could be starting something serious right now. Silvergate officially liquidating. Is that like, did some news come out that's causing this, or is that? Is this a good time to start DCing on the way down? Joe's. So the main thing here that I'm personally waiting for, not financial advice, but I'm kind of waiting for the 2-week to confirm in the red, at least 4 days. Really, I'd probably waiting for the next red dot to confirm here if we get a blood diamond. And then it would be a good place to start. But you could wait even longer, man. Like you could wait till the 18-day goes in the red even, probably. You could wait till the 16-day goes in the red. I mean, it's just, you would DCA for this based on the strategy for that amount of time. So that's March to September. That's about a 6-month period. And then the higher time frames, the 2-week would be like a 10-month period. So pick your, oh man. Okay, one of my panels just fell down. Oops. Okay, so it's not sticking to, oh, okay. That's an issue. That was the one. That one was coming loose before. I didn't push that one hard enough. That could have been the reason why. Yeah. Okay. That's all right. So yeah, the market cipher, it's a really good indicator. There's a link in the description below for it. There's 20% off with my link, and use my discount code BEARCUB20. Usually it's not 20% off. Usually it's only like 10 or 15. So check that out if you are interested. Link in the description below. Really good indicator. Best one in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of looking, there are similarities to the, I know it was on a Black Swan event, but there are similarities to pandemic, the way this looked. 15, that's coming into the green. So yeah, that fictitious potential, and now you're looking, yeah, so just look at the 3 here. With a 2 maybe. Now you're looking for potentially to come up a little bit here. And then let's see what could happen. I mean, yeah, you could get another bullish div on the hourly. Maybe another bullish div on the 4-hour, potentially. That's a cool time frame to look at the 1 second. But yeah. 18K screen, yeah, Mr. Pump, yeah, 18K could be the next significant place. I think. I hear 20K more. What's up, Billy Bob? I mean, the main bullish thing we would look at is probably head and shoulders like that, which I think is possible if March tends to be more of a sideways kind of thing. which could happen, but I'm more in the bear camp, just based on the higher time frames here. Bear camp. Oh my, we're going down. Going down farther, guys. This could be the start of something. This could be the start of something bad. But yeah. Man. The thing too that I want to show you guys, monthly don't look too good. This high, it's starting to come down. You're gonna, if we come down to like 18, you're really gonna start, you may see a red dot by then. Then that red dot brings us to lower low, brings us to lower lows, and then yeah. Ouch. What are like the CNBC headlines saying? Is there like did anything just happen or something? Yeah, and nothing good coming here too. $23.3. Oh yeah, yeah, right there. That could be it. Let me add a. That could be a big place, and then you got this one. I don't know. I still think you would probably come up here before you go down there, but yeah. The yellow X's I don't really like here. That would be, yeah, that 4 hour, that's a good indication not to take the scalp. You still could come up though, obviously. Looking a little bit better than our 15 essential money flow crossover. Oh, nice. What's up, Victor? Yeah, that 4 hour with the yellow X is a little bit what would deter me a little bit from entering right now, but you might get it. Something like that would kind of, I mean, if you were to, that's a good risk reward ratio. If you were to, there's a fib or something here. And then based on like the one coming up, that money flow, yeah. Now we're seeing, yeah. Might be able to get higher here. Good potential scalp. She's coming back down a little bit. Yeah, let's see. How long have we been on? Quite some time, I know that. Probably over an hour now. I gotta get something to eat, and we are getting a lot of viewers that don't want to leave, though. Don't want to leave. Anyway, guys, if you guys are interested in trading, maybe taking some of these potential longs, shorts, running my trades, there is a really good promo for MEXC and BITGET down below, BITGET as well. MEXC is probably the best one right now. Check it out with my link down below. There's a lot of details on it. And if you use my link and you deposit $100 at least on there, I will give you 1 free month of my exclusive Discord with some of my trade entries, exclusive TA, and all of that. And yeah, just shoot me a DM on Discord with your UID or your email you used to sign up. And yeah, the exclusive Discord is really good value. I think I do post a lot of stuff in there, and yeah, I think it's a really good community. So yeah. And So yeah, guys, let's check that out. Also, I do have a course if you guys want to, learn some of my strategies, how I interpret market cipher. Link in the description below. Risk management, trading psychology. I think it's gonna help out some of you guys a lot. So yeah. Okay, I'll check out your, what are my ongoing trades? So I just hit 2 more take profits for my shorts. They are swing shorts now. And those were trades in Discord. I have a lot of swing shorts in the alts too. Those are more long-term trades. No longs lately. I did try to do a long earlier. So I did a long, which was trying to break up here. Did a long, but I cashed it out when I saw this. I just closed out for a tiny loss when I saw this blood diamond. So I do that occasionally. And then we went down. So yeah, that's mainly what I've been doing. This could be, potential. I just don't feel like taking it, but could be a potential long here. I mean, based on how the macro looks, you don't need to be a successful trader right now. You don't need to be going long for probably the next couple months, really. There's really no need, particularly. Here is a good place because we're hitting here. It's obviously a good place to look. A good place to look for a potential scalp at least. But yeah, spider lines usually are the biggest places price sticks to, price bounces off of. So yeah, and I mean we could also wait for potentially that would be a nice bullish div there if you get a 15-minute green dot. Yeah, ooh, you have it on the 10. Confirms in 5 minutes. Could be a good jump here. Could be a good potential jump. Maybe not though. Just maybe not in this environment, but yeah. And yeah, guys, I think I mentioned everything. Obviously, the links down below for all the exchanges are really good. MEXC especially. You get $20. You have to deposit $20 for free on there. If you use my link, if you're in the US, Canada, Australia. So why not check it out? It takes like 10-20 seconds to sign up, email and password. So yeah, the other ones are good too. BITGET has the most users. And lastly, I just wanted to repeat the promo one last time. If you deposit $100, list $100 on any exchanges, and let me know. Give me your email you used to sign up or your UID. Shoot me a DM on Discord. I'll give you 1 free month in the exclusive Discord. So yeah, really good community in there. So yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Let's just reeval. Let me just show you. I think, yeah, everything's more bear at 9-day now. Red dot there. I mean, I think this is going to give us that trajectory down on, on Ethereum. Man, that could be into May. You toy with that high or go below it. And this is my main estimate. Towards the end of the month, probably 1100 potentially. So I don't know if I'd even be, you really probably don't need to be going along until then. I mean, you could take this one right now, potentially, if you do, probably wait till this 10-minute confirms in 3 minutes, but maybe. But ultimately, I don't know. I'm not extremely convinced right now. So yeah, that's that. I think the main place to buy is going to be probably at least June, July, something like that. At least probably July, August, really, at least 3-4 months. We'll see what happens. These are some ugly times, so yeah, and that's that. Try to do the best I can. I think I have some good techniques, some good trades, some good swing and day trades that I do in the Discord and stuff. I think the easiest type of trading to learn is probably swing trading, stuff with least amount of emotion, stuff that takes longer to play out. So you could separate from the emotion. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get off and appreciate you guys if you're new. Follow, subscribe, like the video. That always helps. We'll be putting out more content. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Goodbye.